Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Get It Clear with Gold. Today I got some wonderful current affairs for the date 26/12/2020 in English. So we are going to give a top 10 current affairs of the day. So which will be more than enough. If you see or watch the videos regularly, it is more than enough for your examination preparation. Yeah. The first one. Himachal Pradesh CM, he unveils the 18 feet statue of Vajpayee, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who is our former Prime Minister. He has been Prime Minister for three times, one for 13 days, next he did for 13 months, and next he did a complete full term of 5 years. So, who is the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh? Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister is Jairam Thakur, and it is a North Indian state. It's into the Himalayas, and the capital of Himachal Pradesh is Shimla. Shimla is the summer capital. And next we have Dharmasala. This is the winter capital. And the language spoken there is Hindi most probably. And Bandaru Dattatreya is the governor. Governor is Bandaru Dattatreya. Bandaru Dattatreya. He is from Telangana. Normal, his own state is Telangana, but the governor of Himachal Pradesh is Bandaru Dattatreya, and chief minister is Jairam Thakur. And he unveiled 18 feet tall statue of Atal Bihari Vajpayee on his 96th birth anniversary, that is 25/12. That is his birth anniversary. And he it took an amount of 1.08 crore, and this ridge also has the statues of Mahatma Gandhi and Indira Gandhi, and also Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Next, FIFA cancels the next year's under 20 and under 17 World Cup, which should be held in Indonesia and Peru. The dates, the same World Cup will be held in 2023 in the same places of Indonesia and Peru. So Peru will host the under 17 World Cup in 2023, and Indonesia will host the under 20 World Cup in 2023. And coming to FIFA, FIFA is a federation of International Federation for Football Association, something else. Yeah, and headquarters of FIFA are in Zurich in Switzerland. And you know when was FIFA founded? FIFA was founded in 1904. It's an age-old institution. It took almost 116 years, I think. Yeah, 116 years. It was founded in 1904 in Zurich. And who is the president of FIFA? Is Gianni Infantino. Infantino. Gianni Infantino is the president of FIFA. And yeah, who is the captain of Indian football? Indian football captain is Sunil Chetri. And our ranking is 104. Coming to the next, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri, he has launched e-Sampada web portal. E-Sampada web portal is nothing but it is a on the Good Governance Day. Good Governance Day is Susasan Divas. Susasan Divas is celebrated on 25th December every year because it is the birthday of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, our former Prime Minister. Atal Bihari ji ka birthday is celebrated as Good Governance Day. So he launched this e-Sampada web portal on 25th of December because this portal will is a single window for 1 lakh government residential accommodations office space allotment, means for the MP quarters or MLA quarters which are there all over the country. So this is an internet portal where you can where an MPs or MLAs can book holiday homes, home rooms through internet. This is to bring transparency, and this is to bring accountability within the booking of the residential complexes, government residential complexes. And Hardeep Singh Puri is the Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs. He is the Cabinet Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs. And next, Punjab government has launched a mobile app called PR Insight. This PR Insight will use social media posts and news articles, and this will give the feedback on the government schemes or way of governmenting. Using this social media posts and news articles. This uses some advanced analytics are used. Using that, it will give the feedback from the people to the government. That is called PR Insight, and it is launched by Punjab government. And coming to Punjab, Punjab CM is Captain Amarinder Singh. Captain Amarinder Singh is the CM of Punjab. And next governor is VP Singh Badnoor. VP Singh Badnoor is the governor of Punjab, and the capital of Punjab is Chandigarh, and the language spoken is Punjabi mostly. And a new book titled COVID-19 Sabhyata Ka Sankat or Samadhan has been released. It was written by Kailash Satyarthi. Kailash Satyarthi is our Nobel laureate. He is an Indian. He is our Nobel laureate. Yeah. In 2014, he received the Nobel Peace Prize for his campaigns against child labor in India, and he is a co-recipient. His co-recipient is Malala Yousafzai. Malala, she is from Pakistan. She also got the Nobel Peace Prize of that year 2014. And previously, Nobel Peace Prize was won by Mother Teresa. She is Indian saint. Yeah, she also received the Nobel Peace Prize from India. And he released this book, COVID-19 Sabhyata Ka Sankat or Samadhana. It's called as Crisis of Civilization and Solutions in English, and it was released by former Chief Justice of India Deepak Mishra and also the Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman Harivansh Narayan Singh. And this book almost deals with the problems that COVID has brought, and he gives his way of solutions. And next, PM has launched Sehat scheme in Jammu Kashmir. Sehat scheme is an Ayush scheme. Ayush, you know already. Ayush is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. And this covers all the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir people, so that it will give free treatment up to 5 lakh rupees. And it covers all the residents of UT of Jammu and Kashmir. And this is not just limited to Jammu Kashmir hospitals. Anywhere the chain of hospitals they can treat. This is under the Ayush scheme. This was launched by Pradhan Mantri Modi. He is the 14th Prime Minister of India. And next, our Prime Minister Modi has flagged off 100th Kisan Rail, 100th Kisan Rail from Sangola in Maharashtra to Shalimar in West Bengal. Sangola in Maharashtra. Maharashtra is this side of India, and to Shalimar in West Bengal. What is a Kisan Rail? What is the difference between normal rail and a Kisan Rail? Normal rail carries passengers or goods, but this Kisan Rail it takes it takes the transportation of the perishable traffic of farmers' produce like vegetables and fruits. So this perishable goods means it will weather off in a few days. So it has to reach the consumer within few days. So this Kisan Rail will take the fruits, vegetables, and other farm produce to the consumers, like all like to get to the markets. So our Prime Minister has flagged off 100th Kisan Rail. And talking about this Kisan Rail, this is launched in this Kisan Rail will be launched through PPP arrangements. PPP arrangements means public-private partnership. Public-private partnership, and this includes the perishables like milk and meat, and also fruits, vegetables, and the fruits and vegetables were given an extended subsidy of 50%. And there is no limit how whatever be the quantity that you can put in it. And also this ensures perishable goods are transported quickly, and the Kisan Rail has been a game changer in ensuring fast transportation of agriculture produce across the nation. It is a game changer because through roadways it takes so many days, but if you talk about the train, it goes straight, and it will have all the stoppages in between if you want to dump in. So that is the benefit of this Kisan Rail. And 100th Kisan Rail was flagged off from Sangola to Shalimar. This is important. Sangola to Shalimar. Next, President of India, he has inaugurated so many foundation stones for various developmental projects in Dayu. So he is the President of India. President of India is Ramnath Kovind. Ramnath Kovind ji is the President of India. Kovind. And he is the 14th President of India. And he came into office in 2017. And coming to Dayu, Dayu is a part of, previously it was Daman and Dayu is a union territory. But I don't know how many of you know, Daman and Dayu is merged with Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Both of them are combined to form a single union territory. And the administrator for this union territory is Praful Patel. Praful Patel is the administrator of Daman Dayu and Dadra Nagar Haveli. And this unification was done recently, 26 Jan 2020, for the previous Republic Day. In coming to, he inaugurated so many developmental projects in the city of Dayu because, and the capital of Daman and Dayu is Daman. And this Daman and Dayu got Swachh Sarvekshan first place in 2019. And he laid foundation stones in Dayu because it is doing very well in construction of civic activities. It is maintaining civic amenities so much. And even Dayu is such a city where it is the first city in India which is fulfilling 100% of solar energy requirements during the day with solar energy. 100% of the energy is coming from the solar energy, so it's not a simple thing. And it also received 40 awards previously but for its various developmental projects. And coming to next, Union Minister Shri Amit Shah has launched several development projects in Assam. First of talk about Amit Shah. Amit Shah ji is from BJP, and he is the Union Home Minister and a very good friend of PM Narendra Modi. And coming to his constituency, he is from Gandhinagar, Gujarat capital. Gandhinagar. Gandhinagar is the capital of Gujarat. He is from that constituency and he is the Union Home Minister. He has launched several projects in Assam because there are coals. That's why he launched so many projects. And what are the, let's see, what are the projects? He has laid a second medical college in Guwahati city. Guwahati is an important city in Assam, but it is not the capital of Assam. Assam's capital is Dispur. Assam capital is Dispur. In language spoken there is Assamese. And the CM is Sarbanand Sonowal. Sarbanand Sonowal is the Chief Minister of Assam. And Governor is Jagdish Mukhi. Jagdish Mukhi is the Governor of Assam. Capital of Assam is Dispur. CM is Sarbanand Sonowal. Governor is Jagdish Mukhi. And the language is Assamese. Yeah. He has laid foundation stone for the second medical college in Guwahati city. Guwahati is a very important city of Assam, but not the capital. And he also laid foundation for 9 law colleges. And he also granted funds for 800 traditional monasteries of Buddhists. Monastery is nothing but a temple of Buddhists under Assam Darshan program. And next we have Sahi Fasal. Sahi Fasal campaign. Sahi Fasal campaign is nothing but in water stressed areas, in areas where the water is less. So this creates awareness among the farmers to use such type of crops which need less water. That is the main target of this campaign. And it also creates awareness about soil moisture content. It also creates awareness about micro irrigation and appropriate crops, the crops which need less water content, because 80%, 85 to 89% of our water usage is for agriculture purpose, and only 5% is used for this drinking and domestic purposes. So can if you can reduce if you can save water from this some percent, there will be a lot of water. We will store a lot of water. If a small change in this, it will bring so much of result. So that's why they are trying to create awareness among the farming community to use proper suited crop for that agroclimatic and condition. That is the main campaign of Sahi Fasal. And Sahi Fasal, this is launched by National Water Mission in 2019. This campaign was launched by National Water Mission under 2019. Okay, thank you. If you find this video useful, if you find something, at least something to learn, please hit the like button. Please share this video with your friends, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching this video.